When you imagine the lawyer of the future, what kind of human being do you hope that they will be?
Well, unfortunately, I don't have the crystal ball. And even when we think today's lawyers, I mean, there's someone that is doing compliance, someone is doing litigation, someone is doing restructuring, someone is doing anti-money laundering, someone is doing banking and finance, someone is a 65 years old equity partner in a big law firm in the United Kingdom, United States with millions in the bank, and someone is a small law firm in southern Italy with not enough to live. So it even now it's pretty hard to conceptualize the concept of a lawyer. And if I look at the future, I tend to make lots of comparison with doctors. And so, how would I imagine the doctor of the future? And we think about the doctor as someone who heals, but maybe we will be more aware with artificial intelligence, genomics, whatever, about our current state. And the doctor will be the ones indicating specific strategies. So the preventive part will be a priority. And there's a chapter in the book about proactive law. This is something I really care about because in the legal field, especially in the litigation world, we think about preventive and reactive. So avoiding litigation or going to litigation as the two main strategies we have. But what about adding a third strategies, which is a proactivity, bringing the KPI and ROI of specific decisions? So how about lawyers being the advocates for proactive lawyering? This is not an easy strategy because it means learning processes, means learning not only people and law, but it means also speaking in numbers, or speaking in spreadsheets, speaking in forecasting, speaking about AI. And yes, lots of lawyers are telling that they are, pretty proficient with AI. But when you get into the statistics, when you get into data management, when you get into process management, when you get into, cybersecurity, that's a bit different. And so the idea is lawyers way more inclined to proactive lawyering and way more business companions of their clients, because I suspect that unless the regulator thinks in a different way, most of the activities that lawyers are doing won't be done by lawyers anymore. Full stop. And in that case, you will need a lawyer only if someone wants you to have a lawyer, or only if you want someone else to take the responsibility of what you're doing. And the idea of all the law will be done by lawyers, yes, if the regulators want you to do so, because otherwise the client will not pay a price for something he can take care on his or her own. On the other hand, the experience, the background, the view of the lawyers may help clients making strategic decisions. And how you do evaluate strategic decisions? Strategies, management, KPI, ROI. And so let's look at law in a proactive way and not necessarily in a preventive and reactive one.